it's really just a time about spending time with family. I think that's really the focus. I know that there are a lot of different religious bends to the holidays, and for those who celebrate in that manner, that's an excellent time to honor your religious traditions. But for me, the most important part of it has always been spending time with my family.
What Christmas means to me, basically, is being around friends and family and knowing you don't have any worries that day. You have the whole season to just spend time with the people you care and love for.
So I was raised on both Jewish and Christian traditions, so we celebrated both Hanukkah and Christmas. For Hanukkah, we would light candles every night, say a couple prayers, and then at least once or twice a night we would have a big Hanukkah feast, including latkes, applesauce, all the traditional Hanukkah food.
Growing up, my family used to go to New York to see my grandparents, my grandmother. We'd spend time in Brooklyn, and the whole family would get together around a giant table. We'd use curtain rods to pass food back and forth and celebrate eating hot chestnuts or playing dice after dinner and card games called May I. It was a lot of fun, and family I wouldn't normally get to see throughout the year, we'd all get together. It was a great time.
My parents really didn't get into the decorating thing, but as a child, I loved it. I always like to make things pretty and special for the family.
Thanksgiving night, we always kick off the holiday season by watching National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. And we've watched it every single Thanksgiving for as long as I can remember. My brothers are sick to death of this movie, but I love it so much. And one of my favorite parts about it is that I know where my mom's comments are going to be. She makes the same comments at the same places every single year.
My mother would give me the okay to get the decorations out, and then she would give me a lot of leeway to decorate as I wanted, and she would usually approve or disapprove or suggest alterations, and it always made it fun. And I would always put on, my parents had a 4-record set of Christmas songs that I would put on and while I was decorating, and it just made it special.
This is not really holiday specific, but my youngest brother is 10.5 years younger than me. So when I was still in high school, I was maybe 16 or 17 and he was 6 or 7. He wanted to spend the night in my room on Christmas Eve. So I had a day bed and we had a trundle, and he would sleep on the trundle. And he woke me up Christmas morning by laying on his back and sticking his feet up on my bed. And he just started kicking his feet to wake me up. And I remember just like pushing him off the bed and, "What are you doing?" And he just started giggling. And it was just this moment, Christmas morning, really early, no one else is awake, and just looking down at my youngest brother laughing together. That was really special to me.
One of the very special things we do during Christmas time is I collect Santa Clauses. I have throughout all the years we've collected Santa Clauses. And we have ones of representation of every color, because my children are African American, and it's very important for us to have that be recognized, that Santa comes in every color.
Well, I think that a lot of our time is focused on our elderly relatives that really don't have many more Christmases left, so we try to focus our time either with Juan's mom or my mom, and just celebrate being with them and enjoying the holidays.
Yeah, the family's just grown now. We have a bigger family, and poor Joe has to put up with all the loud Cubans and crazy music
But like the warm and fuzziness of like togetherness and family. One of the things that I remember fondly growing up, and it's kind of silly to me really, but like as a family, we would watch The Sound of Music.
What the holidays mean to me, I think it's changed over the years. When I was little, it was coming together, and it was presents, and it was all those things. It was one day of the year where our family came together in general peace. On to the last few memories of our family coming together, as both my parents have passed away and I've lost a brother. So I know that in our family we'll never be together the same way, but we do have some wonderful memories of the past. I think as I've gotten older, the holidays have meant spending time with people maybe that don't have a place to go on the holidays. I I'm in recovery, and often our recovery family becomes family. So I've spent many holidays with my recovery family.
I am lucky enough to be able to work during the holidays at Walt Disney World and be able to spend time with families from all around the world, you know, where I may not be able to spend a day with my family, but I can help spread joy and happiness to others.
This being my first year in Central Florida Sounds of Freedom, this concert is immensely special to me, that I get to celebrate the Christmas songs that I love and play them on my clarinet. And I just want to thank all my friends at Central Florida Sounds of Freedom for letting me being a part. This is a huge part of my life and a lovely celebration of Christmas and the holidays.
Jingle Bells, and the reason why it's Jingle Bells is because it's upbeat, and I always like to think of, you know, just being positive and warm and uplifting during this time of the year, because especially this year, a lot of people need some lifting up.
Silver Bells was my mother's favorite, and therefore it's become one of my favorites.
It's probably Where Are You Christmas? Most of you guys have probably heard of the Grinch movie. I like that one because it kind of shows that sometimes we all get lost, but we can all get found. So always trust those around you, because they'll always help find you even when you lose yourself.
My favorite Christmas song? Well, my favorite Christmas album is The Carpenters. That just reminds me of home. But to be honest, my favorite Christmas song is the general, basic Christmas song that everyone loves, because sometimes I can be basic. And that's All I Want for Christmas Is You, from Mariah Carey. And I'm not gonna lie, I love watching that New Year's Eve special when she flubs it up a little bit.
If Frosty was a jolly happy soul or a happy jolly soul, and so it bothered me really for months. When I finally looked it up and found out that he was a jolly happy soul, I continued to sing the song to myself in my head every day for a year. So now it's just stuck in my head. It's a part of who I am. Sounds really silly to say about a snowman. But yeah, that's one of my favorite songs. I also love O Come Emmanuel, just because it's so beautiful.
My favorite holiday song, I think it's always, in high school, I got the courage to go out for the school musical, and the tryouts were during the holiday season, so my friend and I worked on Walking in a Winter Wonderland for my tryout. And so there is something when I hear that brings me back to a specific place and time.
Probably Hearth Candy Christmas by Dolly Parton. God, I love that woman.
I don't know very much Hanukkah songs, I will admit, so I gotta go with the classic dreidel. But my favorite Christmas song is probably either Walking in a Winter Wonderland or Jingle Bell Rock.
My goodness. Joy to the World.
Silent Night. That was one of my favorites.
Sleigh Ride, and that's because when I was in high school, it was my band director's favorite song, so we played it every year in high school concert band. So every time I hear that song, it just brings back so many memories of when I was a kid and playing that song with some of the best friends I ever had.
Well, for 2020, end of December, New Year's means we made it. I think there's a lot to celebrate, but there is a lot of reflection this year, and a time to really be grateful for the people that are still here, because many did not make it through 2020. So I am honored to have made it and be a part of the band and the community of Orlando.
And I want to say Feliz Navidad y Próspero Año Nuevo.
Happy holidays, and we're almost there.
Wear your mask and social distance. Happy holidays.